So, are you ready to talk about it, or?
I am.
Take a listen. Need to say what we so different. In your ear or on your screen. The only place you need to be. It's the Reese and Monty. Guaranteed to give you everything you need. You're about to get a little You're about to get a little
Good morning.
It's your boy Ramont.
And I am Reese. Welcome back to another episode of ALilRandR Podcast. We're coming to you live and direct from an undisclosed location in the DMV area. It is our first episode of 2025.
It is.
I thought you were going to do like a little more like, I don't know. Can we?
I don't know why you expected that from me.
I don't know why.
I don't know why.
Given
You want me to say it and then you can get excited?
No.
It's our first episode of 2025. There we go.
Dun, 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 dun. That part. So yes, it's our first. So I want to start off by simply saying we are appreciative and grateful for all of our listeners, and we want to apologize for the delay in episodes recently, only because we were on track and then we had the whole come on lip mama plug bitch plug. The last episode we had some technical difficulties, and so it was supposed to come out much sooner than it did, and then I was like, damn, we're ending the year like this. Was that a wait a minute?
Did someone say something to you that's why you felt you needed to apologize?
Something was said. I had a conversation.
You don't have to give me a name. What was the conversation?
The conversation was just, they were asking about the episode. And I was like, I said, we've had some technical difficulties, but there are some people, there's a handful of people that are like, when we don't have an episode, they're like, hey, what happened? What's going on? Are you? And I'm like, oh, okay. So for those people that are listening consistently, that's all. It's nothing. I think that people are afraid that we're just going to be like, we're going to just like a lot of, because I'm going to be shady. Because I'm in this space of owning my shit these days.
Uh-huh.
There's a lot of podcasts in the DMV area that have come and gone and just slipped off into the abyss. No words. And you don't have to, I guess you don't have to explain anything to anyone, but.
Well, you know that's my motto. But I feel as if we would at least do a goodbye episode if we were done with it, in a sense.
Definitely. So there's that. If there's no goodbye, then just know that we come in.
And I guess also in the same breath that, you know, life happens. Mm-hmm. Like, this isn't the only thing that we do. So there are going to be delays. So also just like, are you going to apologize each time there's a delay? Or what someone else may feel is a delay?
I think we could do a better way. We could do a better, what's the right word I want to say? We could do a better job at, because like you said, life happens, but we have said we're going to come, we went from every 2 weeks on a specific day to just every 2 weeks somewhere in that 2 week period. So I think if it's delayed beyond that, we can say something on the Instagram or something, right? Like delay potentially. I'm not committing to that in this moment.
Right, because you're going to commit to that, and then there's going to be a delay to your delayed message.
No. I'm not committing to that.
So that's why I'm really just like, don't.
This is the difference.
Don't start nothing that you can't.
And I'm not going to commit to that.
Don't introduce them to a vibe you can't keep, friend.
You're right. That's very true.
That's all
so I'm not committing to that. I mean, it's a new year. We'll do better.
We will try. That's all I can say. We will try. Well, I don't want to make any promises, and we've had this discussion that when there's a delay, I feel really bad, and I don't.
I'm glad that you said that.
What? I've said it.
People don't think you have emotions, friend.
Yeah, Ben said. I said there were times I didn't want to talk to you because you would ask about the show, and I didn't have an answer as far as when we were coming back or what we were,
No, I get it.
Going to record and everything like that. So
I see you, and I receive that. I understand, but I don't think all of them get that all the time. I think that there are times that it's life, right, with people. I think you have a very hard exterior, and so you probably don't get the questions or the inquiries because people are like, I'm not finna be attacked or whatever, however they feel.
It depends on how they present their inquiry or question.
And there's that. So I think
if you
that
come at me sideways, you're gonna get a sideways answer.
And I think that people will come to me and be like, because we're not the same in that regard. So it was just
okay.
It was brought to my attention, and I was like, you know what? Thank you for listening. And like you said, we will try to do better. Happy New Year. How are you? How's it going?
It's going. I have the sniffles. So I have tissue today, friend. I mean, if you want some, you can
I might need. I don't know.
If you need some,
I don't know
friend.
if the topic of this episode is gonna bring me to tears.
I mean, we gotta go through, I'll catch up or whatever like that. So I do have some tissue in case you need it. But
thank you. Thank you.
Yesterday, like really, I don't want to say it kicked my ass, but with this weather here in the DMV, we know it changes. I mean, there was one point, was it around New Year? Yeah, because it was still December. It was like 60 degrees for at least 2 days. You know what I mean? And then we had rain and hail on New Year's Eve. Mm-hmm. So, and then it went back to windy as hell. So, we're still in the first week or 2 days or whatever, and my body was just like, girl, what is going on?
Yeah.
What is happening out there? And so it's draining now, so I'm fine. But yesterday, like, it was like the congestion, really couldn't breathe. But I didn't do anything. I think I went to the gym in the morning, and after that, I was in the house and slept and took medicine all day.
All day yesterday?
All day.
Okay.
That is it. That is it. That is all. When I woke up, I took more medicine, went to sleep, woke up again, ate, did some things, took medicine, right back to bed. And like, that was it. And today I'm feeling a lot better.
Good.
And I thought about it like as adults, and you wonder like, oh my God, like I've had this cold for a week. It just won't go anywhere. But if we could literally just not do anything, like if I had stuff to do yesterday, I would probably still feel bad today because I would have been taking medicine, going here, going there, like still running around instead of just resting. Mm-hmm. And I think that's what, and then I was taking the nighttime medicine at that. So of course, that's why I kept
knocking
sleeping.
You out.
And I think that has stronger than daytime medicine anyway. So like today, it was one day. It was just like,
but you know what? That is your point. To your point, I commend like our single parents because they have to make shit happen regardless of how they're feeling, right? Especially if they are, when I say single parent, like single, it's only them, right? They don't have the support of anybody near or whatever. I was talking to my friend Rennie at work, and she wasn't feeling great. One of her kids had this, another one had this, and it was just like, she was like, I gotta do all of these things. And I'm just, in my head, I'm just like, I don't have that. When I'm sick, bitch, I'm doing what the fuck I need to do to get better. Like, but because I don't have that responsibility. So I just shout out to all the single parents all over the world that make it happen for your children, even in those moments that you're not 100%. That's like, I commend people that can do that because I don't have to. You know what I mean?
I'm shocked that I was able to do it. I didn't think that I was going to be able to do it, but I was just like, yeah, I'm not going to do anything. I'm just going to take medicine and go to sleep today.
Yeah. Well, so I will tell you, probably a week or so ago, I was having all of the congestion. And so, And it wasn't like anything else but congestion. And that was it. And so I was taking, I took some medicine, and then I did very much the same thing. I was just like, I'm not doing anything. I haven't done anything the last couple weeks, like for real, outside of little side hustles or whatever. I haven't done a lot of anything because I haven't wanted to. And that's such a good feeling. I feel like that's on the flip side of being like a single parent and having to do things. I like being an adult that doesn't have any real responsibilities, or I don't owe anybody anything. I don't have to be anything for anyone. I can just do what the fuck I want to do. And I have not done anything. And I've enjoyed it. Like, I'm eating, sleeping, watching TV, like doing what I want. And I don't want, and I love that. I I want to be in this space of just doing what the fuck I want to do.
As you should.
And I've enjoyed it.
Good.
Immensely.
Good.
Not even, and so I'm not a New Year's resolution person.
Me either.
So I'm not like, oh my God, but I've just really tapped into that the last couple months, and I'm enjoying it.
I'm more so like, if this is what I want to do this year, I'm trying to make an effort to do it, but it's not like a resolution. It's just like,
Right.
I think I'm going to do this a little bit more. I'll try this. Like, I think I said years prior, like, I'm not waiting for other people so that I can do things. If I want to do something, I'm just going to go in and do it. And if you make it, you make it. If you can't, you can't. Like,
yeah.
But if this is what I want to do, I'm going to go do it.
And I guess it kind of taps into a resolution type thing, but it wasn't on the strength of the new year. But something else that I've been kind of going back and forth with myself about was the fact that I will process and overthink things, and then I'll talk myself out of doing something or saying something or initiating something with someone for fear. So one of the biggest things that I've learned about myself is that I have a fear of rejection, and that's in any capacity, right?
Yeah.
Like, a lot of times people think it's, oh, you won't go out and try to date someone because you're a fear. I'm not necessarily concerned about that in general. It's very not hard, but it's hard for me to be like, hey, friend, let's do this. Because if you say no, I'm not going to feel away, but I'm going to feel away. Like, I'm not going to take it personally, but I'm going to take it away. And so I did, ironically, there was a buddy of mine. We hung out. We had a really good time. And I reached out and I was like, hey, I had a really good time. I want to hang out again. And he was just like, oh, I got things going on, da, 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 da. And for 30 seconds, I was just like, see, this is why I don't do that shit. But then I was just like, you know what? Life happens. Who am I to dictate and say, because I want to do something, you need to be available? So all of this is playing into just a lot of things that have been on my mind. But to that point, one thing that you were just saying, things you want to do better, I want to tap into, like, spending quality time with my friends, but not necessarily always collectively, because all of my friends, while a big bulk of my friends here in the DMV, it's a group of us. We do get to hang out and spend time together, but I enjoy each of y'all individually. So, like, I said this year I'm going on friend dates with all of my friends at some point throughout the year. Like, that's my goal. So if that's a resolution or if that's a goal, then that's one thing for sure that I'm doing. Yeah, and I'm not like, because I used to be like, well, I don't want to ask so and so because they're gonna be like no, or it's gonna be weird, or da 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 da. I'm just like, why would it be weird? We're friends. We can go out. We can have a meal, do whatever, and then whatever. So, yeah,
cool.
I feel like there's so much other stuff going on in life, though.
You don't have my list of people that need to count their days.
Who did it now?
Who did it now? Let me see.
I have a comeback. Go ahead. I have a readdress with you about something. But go ahead.
Oh. Did I do something wrong?
No, not you. No, we had a conversation. And
okay.
I want to hear what you have to say, because now I have, this time I was like, I'm going to remember. But go ahead.
So my first one is, I was picked for jury duty. So PG County Court house.
Count your fucking days. Wait, baby, not might to say that.
And it was only the parking situation. And this is what I don't get. So I think even in Baltimore, or I guess any like state funded building, whatever, like you have to pay for parking. So it's like, what are we paying? Like, what is our taxes going to? Like, I come down here for jury duty, so now I got to pay for street parking. There is no garage. in which I can park into. And I think they sent out something saying there is a garage, but you got to pay on like a certain, you got to park on a certain, it was just complicated.
You got selected for jury duty in Baltimore.
No, I'm just speaking about, I did get selected for Baltimore, like when I lived up there, but down here, this is my first time getting selected down here. So I'm like, okay, I have to find parking. The first meter I parked at, the app just wasn't working. I was like, well, what the fuck? So then I go around the corner and they had Park Mobile. So I'm like, okay, I can do this one. But it's the fact, like, I still had to do it. And, jury duty, you're there all day. Now, I will say jury duty was fun. I didn't get selected. And I feel kind of bad, like I wanted to get selected.
Hold on. I'm confused. You got selected.
No. So you get...
I've never been, so I don't know.
Right. You're like, you got selected, but you didn't. So you get the notice to show up for jury duty. Uh-huh. And then the selection process is, are you getting selected for a case that's being presented?
Oh.
So I'm there. So we're there in the room, and they pass out numbers and colors, and they call it, and you go on to see if your case is going to be selected. My case was not selected, so that's why I was not. But there were other people that were selected.
Got you.
You know what I mean? So that's it. So I got to leave
like Hunger
half
Games.
day. Huh?
It's like Hunger Games.
In a sense, yeah. Yeah.
I actually enjoyed that movie.
But like it was fun. Like the presenter, the lady who was like giving like orientation in a sense, she was just fun. She was just like a good person, like good energy and speak with. Didn't have a monotone. So that's what made it interesting for me. Let's see. I put drivers in Lago Center parking lot because the bitch almost hit me like twice. I feel like
I don't go to Lago very often. Lago Town Center. Okay.
What Target do you go to?
I go to Forestville or Oxon Hill.
Is that considered the District Heights one?
I think so. Is that the one by across the street? It's Shoppers and
that is a Target that is a Walmart in a red dress. Let me tell you, baby, I went in there the other day. I said, "What the hell?" Walmart in a red dress, and she is fooling the girls talking about Target. Absolutely fucking not. Let me tell you. A Walmart in a red dress.
I have never heard that before in my life.
Because I said I could have just went to Walmart if I wanted this type of action.
I don't think I like that one. Maybe because
she's a little bit too hood for me.
So this is it. Who was I just talking about this with? I was talking to someone about. I was talking to my Instagram cousin. We've developed a great relationship. He said it's balanced because I was like, in some moments, I think I'm a little ghetto. Maybe that's the ghetto in me. I like that one.
Yeah, that has to be the ghetto in you.
It's close to my job too, so it's very convenient. But I enjoyed that one.
Let me tell you,
the one in Alexandria is cool, but it doesn't have everything. It doesn't have everything.
So I'm the type of person that I don't like people, crowds, or whatever. I like my convenience. If I can walk and get my shit and get out. So I'll go to the Target app and see if what I'm looking for is and see what Target location it's at, if it's in stock. So what I was looking for was in stock, huh?
That's a lot of work.
For who?
Trying to figure out. Like, are you going to pick up something or you're picking up things?
Thing. It can be one.
Okay. So do you do like a pickup order or do you go and just
No, I just make sure that it's in stock.
Oh, okay. No, if I go to the app, I'm picking it up. But I still walk around.
You do the pickup order?
Yes.
No, I do the pickup.
Do this.
Can you see it?
Let me see. You're good. Okay.
So they had it. I went in there and I was just like, ugh. Like walking in, I was like, ugh. Like that was our first. Ugh. And what I don't understand is Target with the self-checkout. And they only have like one register open. So again, Walmart with a red dress.
Yeah,
let me tell you.
I agree with you on that.
So I walked through the store. I found my item. When I was walking back to checkout, the line for self checkout was wrapped, and they only had maybe one or two registers open, and they had lines. I put my shit down and walked out. I said, "What? Like I feel like the line got longer. Like me walking to get my item, and I was just like. It ain't even worth it. No.
There's been times that has happened to me.
But I just didn't understand. I was just like, I don't like this.
Oxon
I
Hill
won't come back.
never lines. Now Forestville is like, but it's just so the
they won't catch me back in
atmosphere
there.
is a little. It makes me feel like I'm in touch with the hood a little bit.
It should. It really should. It really.
And let me tell you, I ain't gonna-
you know, I carry my bag. I had my bag like, you know, sometimes it's on my back. I shifted it to the front.
Absolutely. Ain't nothing going to know. But that is the one I will tell you of all in my shopping experience. It was Target specifically. I have been accosted, if you will, at that Target more than a few times.
And you keep going back.
Like, not in a bad way. Like, I remember the story I think I told you. I walked out and this guy was like, hey, what's up? I was walking in actually, and he was like, what's up? Come holler at me when you get back or when you're leaving. And I was like, and he was just like, what's up? I seen you work out. And I was just like, what are we talking about? And so again, I'm a little oblivious sometimes, but then it's happened more than once there. I think that's like a cruising ground or something. Maybe that's why I like it. I've never hooked up with anybody from there though. So there's that. It's never left the parking lot. But maybe that was TMI. But anyways, I enjoy the hood.
Well, Largo's
Target.
in the parking lot ain't no damn better. And I think I was just going to
Is there a
Lowe's
Target
that
in
day.
Largo?
Yes, it is. It's Target, Giant.
Oh, there is
Yeah.
that Target over there by Crafty Crab.
Yeah, that's the one. That's
I was just there. That one's
yeah.
yeah. It ain't given. It ain't horrible, but it ain't given. I don't think I have a least favorite.
I just want people to realize pedestrians had a right of way.
Good luck. Good luck.
I
in the
literally
DMV.
stood there and wait as cars just kept going by. I'm like, well, what the fuck? I guess I just gotta walk out
You gotta
here.
risk your life, baby.
Playing chicken. Mad as shit. Like, can y'all let me go get back to my car?
I
Like,
just want to. Oh, you were leaving.
I was leaving. But other than that, that Target, I probably only went maybe a few times. But again, I'm the type, I only go after I check the app and I see if what I'm looking for is at those.
Which one is the closest to your house?
Largo.
Okay.
Largo.
Damn. Okay.
Largo or Bowie?
I don't go to Bowie for nothing.
It's too far for you.
I don't like it.
Oh.
I just don't like driving out there. I don't know why. It just feels like I'm going.
Honestly, I don't like driving to pick up anything. But if I have to, it's just like, here we go. Like, I just don't like people in a way.
You know what? We put out that the request for an assistant for you, and nobody has tapped.
Don't want to be my assistant. I'm very minimal.
I
I'm very minimal. I wouldn't need a lot.
I think that you're very direct, though. That's something. I think that someone getting to know you, that would be one thing that they would have to get used to. In that capacity. Like, as your friend, I think it's completely different. But I think that someone working for you, excuse me, because even with the bartending thing, there are times, like, in the beginning, and I think for me, it wasn't, there was once or twice, I was like, who is this bitch talking to? But
I can see that for you.
in the moments, I'm like, okay, this is where we are. So it's not, I knew not to take it personally, but I think someone that doesn't know you would be a little bit different.
I apologize before we always get started. I say, listen. What did y'all say? That means sometimes you may want to fight me.
You're not going to, but you might want to.
You might want to, but it's not you. Trust, it's not you. I'm just, and that's why a lot of people said they were like, are you okay? You wrong? They was like, it's on your face. I said, I'm thinking. I said,
Yeah.
I'm processing a lot. Like 3 people have said something to me, and I'm trying to remember what they said. Mm-hmm. Remember that I need to grab something from over here. I need this from over here. This needs to be refilled. And I'm looking at everybody else that's still waiting to be served all at the same time and giving this person instructions that's next to me about what they need to do.
Right. No, I get it.
Like, I said, so I'm not, like, nothing's wrong, but it's a lot.
It's a work in progress.
You see it real time. Yeah. Like, I'm good. It's just, okay, he wanted this. Okay, God, remember to do that. Boom, boom, boom. Like, I am multitasking at 1,000. Like, I'm just trying. And then when everything's out, I'm like, whew, you okay?
Are you okay? Because I'm good now. Right. Is that all you had? That ain't all you had.
That's all I have for right now.
Really? Okay, so I'm gonna give you a little rundown of my trip to Atlanta. I went to Atlanta, and the best thing about my trip is I got to hang out with one of my really good friends. We got to go to brunch, and we had a whole Sunday fun day.
Atlanta's not a real place.
You've been to Bulldogs, right?
I haven't been to Bulldogs since our first trip to Atlanta.
God damn. That was like 50 years ago. So Bulldogs...
It was given the teens.
Right.
It wasn't 20-something teen. 14, 15, 17, one of those.
Gosh, that was a long time ago. So we went just because, and it was just cool. The vibes was cool. Like, it wasn't giving... I don't know if you were online this weekend. They were fighting at Bulldogs.
I did.
Crazy.
And I actually followed somebody that was in the fight.
In the fight?
Mm-hmm.
Did they show their... I want to talk to you afterwards because I want to see the aftermath. Because I'm sure they talked about it afterwards. Or did you only see what was going on during?
No, I saw the post and it was like, I was the one fighting, yada, 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 this and the third. And then it went to the video.
Does he live here?
No, he lives in Atlanta.
Oh, okay. Because there was somebody that looked like they lived here that got arrested. And I was like, oh,
somebody got arrested? Damn.
3 people got arrested.
Damn.
Yeah. But anyways, I only bring that up because of that. But we
Now
had
the girls, they pressing charges?
I don't know, child. I don't know what they're doing.
A physical altercation?
Because baby, don't.
Did we discuss that?
We did.
The
But
girls are pressing charges.
that was not my experience. But in Atlanta, the few things that happened that were just kind of like, that stood out to me. One, when I got to Atlanta, and this has never happened to me before, and y'all can judge me if you want to, because I was only there for a couple of days, but still, I don't know how to pack light. So I had to check a bag. I
always check a bag.
Yeah.
Because you never know.
You never know. Exactly.
You need
and
a morning
all my
outfit.
shit.
You got go afternoon outfit, maybe 2, because you got to go somewhere and come back.
And then the thing is, for me, just because of who I am, like, I will go to Atlanta and go to Lenox and lose my mind buying all kinds of shit that I don't need, and I need that space. So I take what I need and a little bit more, but then I leave space. I need that bag for the space of what I might get while I'm there.
You definitely
plan ahead. But
plan
when I got to Atlanta, the first time ever in my life, my bag was the first one off the thing.
Oh, that's... Wow.
I was just like, what? Yeah, that was very cool. And somebody's out there like, okay, Ann, it was something to me.
That is... Because I was
like, because you hate to be just sitting there waiting, and then it's always that nerve. Like, when it gets to be too many bags that have come out, you'd be like, hold up, where's my bag? Like,
am I at the wrong thing?
Right, exactly.
In Atlanta, little carousels, I'd be confused.
I'd be looking like
shit.
Okay,
what number am I?
Exactly.
And then you gotta get your bag from there. Then you gotta go downstairs in order to go to the Uber little situation. It's so fucking.
Well, I don't. So I go from the baggage over across to the then upstairs to the rental car place.
You rent a car?
Yeah, baby. The only time that I've but the only time that I've done the Uber thing is if I was there to work and somebody was coming to like grab me.
No, I'll Uber when I'm there. I don't want a car. 'Cause I don't know their I don't know their highways and byways. I don't know their streets. I don't know their traffic laws.
It's
so
crazy. I mean, the traffic is dumb.
And so I rather put me in a fucking Uber. Don't. You better do it.
So speaking of rental cars, when I get there, why did it take 4 women to figure out their rental car situation? Like, it was beyond annoying to me to be behind a group of women or a group of anybody, but it was 4 people trying to figure out how they were going to rent this one car. Get your shit together, Susan.
What do you mean?
Ain't that you're saying? Get your shit together, Susan. Like,
I forgot where it comes from, but yeah.
They were trying to figure out what size to get, how much it was going to cost, what everybody was going to have to pay. All of that shit should have been done before.
Damn sure y'all should have reserved y'all rental in advance.
Thank you. Or have that one friend, because I feel like there's always one friend that is just, she got it or he got it. So have them put it on their card or whatever, and then you run them back whatever you owe them, right? Like, it's not, it was just so
like,
much.
If we all know that if it's 4 of us, 4 or 5 of us, we need a truck. Period.
Period.
Hands down.
Right.
Easy peasy.
So why are we? They weren't going back. So how much is it if this would? Okay, so that. Okay. Oh, but we got our bags. But girl, don't forget this, and we got to pick up.
And this is why I do everything on an app first, if I'm able to, so I can figure all this shit out. So when I get to the counter, either my reservation
Here is
there,
my
or
ID card and my credit card,
I am
and that's
set. I am
exactly
done.
what I did. So
Reservation is in the system.
So I'm sitting there like, oh my gosh. So then the lady was finally like, well, let me just help him and y'all figure that out.
Step to the side.
They stepped to the side and back. They was like, where you going? I don't have space. I'm not going nowhere. Like, leave me alone.
They asked you where you going?
Yes. She was like, where you going? I said, I don't understand what the question.
Yeah, I don't understand the
She
question.
was like, where you finna be in Atlanta? I said, all through Atlanta. She was like, oh, because we just trying to. I don't want to talk
I
to
would
you.
say I'm gonna be in Georgia.
Leave me alone.
Georgia.
So, yeah, that was the thing. It was very annoying, but we got through that. So then this happened. I see this man, and he has this shirt on that says... Are you ready?
Here you go with people in their shirts
People
again.
in their shirts, exactly.
People can't be free with a t-shirt these
He
days
said the
because
shirt-
Reese is out there in the world.
I'm outside in the world, but so are other people. The
Okay,
shirt
go
said,
ahead, Frank.
I love little boobies.
Aw.
That's not
Shout
cute.
out to the little boobies.
That's not cute.
Depends on how you take it.
You are a grown man in a public place at an airport. That is not
it
appropriate
can-
attire. Yes, it's appropriate attire to you. I'm listening.
To each is your own.
Okay.
And I say this because there was a whole online debacle. Is that the word? Maybe, maybe not. About women wearing bonnets in the airport, saying that's not appropriate attire. And then the men jump in the comments and it's like, well, y'all be having on do-rags. It's the same thing. Now you talking about this man in his you talk about the people in their t-shirts. It's not appropriate. And again, who are you to say if it's appropriate or not?
The person reading the shirt.
Okay.
It's just tacky.
You're offended by his shirt as people were offended by these bonnets, these
Now
do-rags,
that is to me, I think that's a little
by
bit
these
different.
pajamas that walk through the airport.
I think that
by-
a statement like that is inappropriate. I think that a bonnet or a do-rag or the furry slippers or whatever, all of that, those items specifically, I'll say, I think that those are just preferences. Like they're to me, I'm not walking through an airport. I mean, I don't have any hair, but I'm not walking through an airport even if I had hair with a do-rag on. Unless I had a do-rag and a hat on. I would put a hat on. You would?
My do-rag is on.
Okay. Just the do-rag? Like nothing covering the do-rag, no hat?
No, just my do-rag.
Okay.
A hat. That's an extra item. That's an extra item for TSA. No. First of all, my flights are early.
You don't have pre-check?
I have clear.
Okay, that's the same difference. I just didn't know. I thought all of us had pre-check.
No, I have clear. I need to get pre-check, but I looked at pre-check. I gotta take off to get pre-check done. Like you gotta go in. I was like, bitch, this is a
Do
lot.
you? What do you have to do?
I think you gotta like make an appointment for pre-check.
Like to be set up to be pre-check all the time?
Yes. It ain't just go online and fill. I think you have to make an appointment. And when I recently looked it up, I think you have to make an appointment for pre-check.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Clear, yeah, Clear is a little bit different. So I was like, I want to get pre-check. But I was like, bitch, I don't feel like doing all this right now. I'm going to do it one day. And that day just has not come yet.
Got it.
I don't travel enough that I need it,
Okay.
So it only pops in my mind. We're like, oh, we're going on a trip. And I'm like, oh, maybe I should get pre-check. And I'm like, oh, I don't feel like doing that.
I just do not like waiting in them long ass lines. I'm spoiled now.
Because we have Clear here, I don't wait in a long line.
Right.
But from somewhere else, well, no. Even in Atlanta, they have Clear.
Yeah. I mean, most places do.
Most, but not all. So it's a little different. I mean, so it's a little bit different, but I understand that. Yeah, not waiting in a long line. So, yeah, I get it, but no, I don't have pre-check. I just have Clear.
Okay. I mean, but so again, I think that do-rags and all of that, I think that's a personal preference. I do think that
But somebody can look at me like he's a little hood.
Yeah.
Right?
My niece, when I see, sometimes we'll FaceTime, and I'm like, where are you at? Oh, we're going to da-da-da. Why do you have a bonnet on? I'm not. To me, if you, I'm not doing it. But that's me. But I think inappropriate T-shirts. That's like, again, there are older people. There are.
What if I wear a T-shirt and say "I'm with stupid" and just start standing next to random people?
I don't know. I don't know. I don't know.
What if I would say shit like "I'm not gay, but he is," and it got an arrow pointing?
That's offensive. That could be offensive to the person that it's pointing to. I don't know.
But when I'm standing there minding my business, they come stand next to me.
Okay, I love little boobies is tacky.
He like little boobies. Now the only way the only way that I feel like it can be offensive is one or two ways. Because you're a grown man, it can be taken as women with little tatas or children. And I want to give him the benefit of doubt.
Yeah.
He's not talking
Children.
about, you know what I mean?
I got you.
So that's the only way I would look at him side eyes, like.
And so for that reason, be tactful, be tasteful. Like I don't know where you would wear that shirt.
But again, I feel as if people wear certain things because they want either the attention or the shock value of others. And it would just take one person to be up like, what does your shirt mean? Like, because they want that. But if you just ignore it, you know what I mean? Like, his t-shirt doesn't mean anything. If he doesn't get the reaction that he wants from anyone,
I agree with that.
He'd probably be home like, oh, damn. My t-shirt didn't get what I needed. You know what I mean?
And
like,
I agree with that. But
because like you said, why for those particular statements on a shirt, you're wearing it for a particular reason. And if you're like just wearing it out, you know what I mean? Just like, why do you have it on? For what reason? Like you want someone to come up and say something to you.
Right.
And you defend your honor and they'll
I can wear what I want.
Well, right. This is free speech and shut the fuck up. Like, you know what I mean?
Go off.
But like, that's what I think about certain people that do those particular things. And it's just like, if you see it, got it, and just be like, move on, because clearly
I just think
you're looking.
I look down.
You're looking for attention.
That sounds really bad.
You're looking down on that.
I look down on. I think it's tacky.
Come on, tacky Toya.
Tacky Toya. I think. Why would you do that? But whatever. So that was all of the things. The only other thing that I had was and I know I talk about this a lot, and I know y'all are probably tired of hearing it, and maybe you too. But I think that, again, I'm going to say it every single time. Walk by air is important. And I don't understand how these people out here funky for no reason.
They don't smell their walk by. They don't walk by themselves.
But I think you have to know that you don't smell well. Don't smell good.
No, you don't know.
Come on, Lip Mama.
This is y'all reminder to support Black-owned businesses.
And it's amazing. Yeah, I just think that be conscious and aware of how you smell. People can't be as musty as they be or as stale as they smell and not know that. It just I can't get behind that. Like, even for me, I think that
if you sit in shit for a long time, you stop smelling the shit. So you don't know that you smell like shit. That is their scent. They don't know that they smell it. It's only different for you because it's your first time smelling it. Like, I can spray on my cologne. I can smell it probably when I first put it on, and I'm fine. But it's only going to be new and different for you when I walk past you. Or I can spray on my cologne like, okay, let's go. But it's only going to be different for you. Only you'll be like, oh, friend, what's that? I'm like, oh, it's just my cologne. Or you're like, oh my God, you smell good. Like, what you got on was like, I just took a bath today. Because it's what you're used to. You're used to these soaps, these lotions, like these fragrances. So you know. So that's what I'm saying. It's only different because you never smelled it before. They smell it all the time. So they don't smell it.
I think this is a problem. They're not doing those things. They're not spraying on a body anything. They're not putting on a cologne or a perfume.
So if
they probably ain't even
you're
bathing
immune to it. You're just immune to it.
I don't think so. I don't think so.
Every time you get in your car has a smell.
Today I got in my car and I was like, oh my gosh. Yes, it did.
It's different from your normal car smell. But if I get into your car on a normal day, I'm like, oh my God, like, what is this smell in here?
That's true.
That's what I'm saying.
I understand that. But I will be honest, I don't do anything to my car, right? Like I was gonna say season it.
You just use it for
I don't season my car with any sense, right? So okay, it can be stale. I understand that. I recognize that because I don't do anything to change that. So like I got in my car today and it smelled like the food that I had in there yesterday.
Oh, I hate when it smells like
hate that.
I was like, that. Yeah, that sticks around.
My dumb ass was like, I ate in my car and I was like, and I forgot to throw the bag away. Anyways, I think that it's just, it should just be a thing. Neither here nor there. I don't think that we're ever going to agree because I hear you. I mean, I don't agree.
I'm just playing devil's advocate. Like, I get you. I understand you. I want to know what the fuck, like, bitch, you don't smell you either. I'm just saying, I don't think that they realize that they have a BO in a sense.
Okay.
That's all I'm saying. Like, I don't think that like, there are certain cultures that don't wear deodorant. You know what I mean? And they are accustomed to that. They're used to that because that's what they're used to smell all the time. So for you, it's like, oh my God, like what?
What the fuck is that?
Exactly. That's all I'm saying.
I got you. And the last thing I'm going to say is I hate spitters.
What do you mean spitters? Take the children out the room. Friend, you don't like to spit? What context are we using this on?
Okay,
It be children... People listen with kids in the car, friend. What do you mean spitter?
I don't like...
What are they spitting,
I don't
friend?
like people that spit in public. Like, I was... And this happened a couple of times. I think...
Are we talking about like a hawk spit?
At all. It's just nasty. And I specifically don't like it. Like, I can almost get behind it, like, if you spit into the grass. But when it's on the concrete or... Like, I was walking behind this guy and he spit on the ground and I was just like, ew. And it's just... In that moment, I was.
I'll spit in the grass.
Yeah, I'll do it in the grass, but I'm not a hawk to eat. A hawk.
Well,
next, okay, I'm done. Because I'm not picking my words today.
You're not. Just let it go for it. Just let it go. I'll spit in the grass. Like honestly, like with me now and like all this draining.
Oh yeah,
I have phlegm, so
yeah.
I have to. If I cough and the phlegm right there, it gotta come out, and it's going. I'll spit in the grass. I can't do on the
concrete.
Yeah, they say it is disgusting. Even if I see it, like ugh.
That is so nasty, right?
Even mine, like spitting in the grass, I'm like, ugh, like fuck. But I'm not a hawk spit type person. Like I don't know how to do it without me feeling like this. That's what I say. If I don't feel like this, I just can't fucking do it. But like this, it's kind of easy for me to do.
Okay, now that we've caught up, there's tissue over here. Did you do that?
That's from yesterday, and that was a smaller one because that's my first roll. My second roll is over here with me. This is the new guy.
Okay.
Yeah, I saw that. I was like, well, let me go get a new one just in case.
All right. So what are we talking about?
Girl,
now that we got through all of the things.
You brought me here. You tell me. You brought me into this situation.
Well, we had a conversation and we didn't deep dive because I feel like we like we always do. We saved it for here. I don't remember exactly what you said, but it was in reference to the terms she, her.
No. It wasn't like a she or her type of situation.
Oh, it was girl.
It was just girl.
Girl, that's right.
Girl, ma'am.
Yes.
Particularly those two.
I'm gonna let you lead so I can speak I have a very quick snippet of a opinion, but I'm definitely interested in having the conversation because I'm interested to see how you feel.
Oh, yeah. Damn. So we saw something online in reference to the term girl within the community.
The SGL community.
What the fuck is SGL?
Same gender loving.
Oh. I'm like, bitch, when did I get an SGL? Are we a group? You gotta warn me before you just throw these terms out there.
Right.
I'm like, who's SGL?
I thought you was just gonna run with it, but clearly,
Nah, pause, friend. I don't know. Oh, girl, don't put me in there.
It's the same girl league,
right? Within the community, and if someone uses the term "girl" in the midst of a conversation with someone else, that other person can be offended by that term in a sense of, oh, like, I'm not a girl, don't call me a girl. Mm-hmm. I'm not your girl. I'm not your ma'am. I'm a man, I'm a boy, or whatever the case may be. Like, don't call me girl, this, that, and the third. And I've been in those particular situations where people are just like, oh, don't call me girl. And I'm just like, okay, girl. Like, but it's just like, okay, like, I now know how to, like, deal with you because I'm not calling you girl. You know, I'm not making a sexual reference towards you. I look at it and it's, why are you laughing so hard? But in my mind, that's what I say. I may have said it out loud, but at that point, it's just like, okay, girl, like, okay. Like, you got it. Very early on, friend. Very early on. You said we wouldn't need it.
Oh, shit. Okay.
But, like, I use it in the same way that I would use bitch.
Okay.
You know, like, I use it, honestly, in the same way. So, to me, it's just, I just say it. Like, it's not, I'm not calling you a girl. Like, I know that you're a man, you know? So, Damon, I'm a boy. Like, I know that you're a man. So it's kind of like,
I'm a real boy.
I recognize it. And honestly, I probably would just not talk to you for the rest of the evening or wherever we are, because I know that it's just going to come out. Like, I said it like an excitement. Like, it's just like, what?
It's okay.
This is why I don't go first.
It's the okay, girl.
Because then I'm over it. Like, okay, girl. Like,
oh my goodness.
You got it. Like,
Okay. So, I definitely understand what you're talking about. Like, I understand it. I think that, and specifically for the listeners that don't get it, or that may be like, what are we talking about? Specifically in the, like Ramont said, the community, the male side of it, I think a lot of us do use the term just, and not offensively.
Yeah, it's not offensive at all.
I think that within friend groups, I'm good. Like, I'm okay. Like, if you be like, girl, I'd be like, okay. Personally, I'm not a fan, but in my friend group, sure, because that's just what we do. Like, it's just who we are. We'll talk that, and we'll girl each other, or ma'am, or whatever. Now.
Is this the part where you're waiting on me?
No, because I am not okay. Like, I've been in the spaces of getting to know people, right? Like, in terms of, like, dating. And one particular guy was like, now, ma'am, we were having a conversation about coffee, actually. And he was like, now, ma'am, and I said, I don't do that with nobody that I'm trying to date. That is not okay for me. And he was like, oh, girl, that either.
Me. Oh, girl. Okay, girl. You got it.
And that's very much what it gave. And I was just like, no, I'm dead ass. Like, so we're not dating and girling and mamming each other. That's not okay for me. Also, if you know I don't fuck with you, well,
then it's a fighting word.
It's
the same way bitches use. Because I don't fuck with you and you call me a bitch.
I don't give a bitches is whatever. I don't. But don't.
No, because if the person don't like, yeah, that bitch over there,
no, that's different. No, that's different.
That's why I say it's the same way in reference to, like, it's the same way I use bitch. Because if I don't fuck with you, like, then it's offensive.
Okay.
I'm gonna say it in an offensive tone that's going to trigger you in some kind of way. Like, if I don't fuck with you, I'm like, yeah, girl, go ahead. You be like, bitch,
who's the girl?
Right. Who the fuck
Who's
you
the
talking
girl?
to?
Yeah. And I think that's the dynamic. Those are the two places and spaces that don't work for
usually,
me.
like, if I say girl at the end of something while having a conversation with you, like this gentleman that say, okay, now, ma'am, why y'all discussing coffee? Maybe both of y'all are passionate coffee drinkers, and in his excitement, it just came out like that because he was defending his espresso versus your regular coffee, and he's like, well, now, ma'am,
I'm definitely the espresso. He is basic regular coffee.
Oh, is that why you were offended?
I wasn't offended.
Okay.
I just don't do the ma'am and sirs when we.
I mean, but I just think like people
ma'ams
say
and,
like
girls.
for me personally, so that's the only way in which I can view it. Like, I'm saying it out of excitement because we're like in conversation, like we're having a good time, this, that, and third. So I'm not being offensive while I'm saying it. So it's just like, if I'm like, now, ma'am, you're not going to talk about it, and you be like, don't call me man, and like we just having a. Okay, girl, you got it. You got it.
And I'm sure.
And now I'm done. Now I don't want to have a conversation anymore because I was in the midst of like excitement. We're just having a good conversation, and you stopped me like dead right there for that serious moment.
Yeah, but I think it's important to know my boundaries.
Is that a boundary?
Absolutely. In that space, I don't want to be laid up with my man talking about girl. So last night, no, that is reserved for me and my friends. I'm sure.
So you're not friends with your man?
It's different. It's a different type of friendship.
So your man could never call you girl?
No.
Okay.
Oh, I was like, who is about to say something?
We all disagree with
I was
you.
like, right.
We all disagree.
No. I mean, yes, I think that, and that's another topic for another time, but I think that, yes, there is a level of friendship that happens between a couple. Yes, absolutely. However, that just, I don't know. I feel like that's not the type of friendship that I want to curate with my partner, where we're calling each other girl and ma'am. That's not, when I see it, I'm just like, wow, okay. And it works for them because I've seen it with our friends, and I'm like, okay, look, good for y'all. Don't call me that.
Okay.
Don't call me that.
Okay.
And I think it's not like I'm not gonna be like, this is over, but I'm going to what is it? Disengage, because I do feel. And I just told her I was recording. I'm not gonna answer. But yeah, I will disengage. I will disengage because I just don't. I don't like that. I don't like that for me and my man.
Okay.
Cause yeah, no.
Okay.
Do you and your partner?
I've said it to him several times. I can tell you that right now. I've said it to him.
How is it received? Because I can imagine that. You don't care how it's received, but how is it received? Like, what is?
I don't know.
You know.
I ain't never heard nothing back. I don't know. Maybe he has. I don't know, but I still say it. And maybe that's my fucking.
But look,
like I don't say sis, I don't say ma'am, but I know that I've said girl because it's just.
But is it under your breath?
No.
Like when your mama used to be like, shut up, you be like, all right, bitch.
No, like because again, it's out of like excitement or whatever like that. Or if he's trying to be shady, I'm like, oh girl, go ahead, and like that's what I'm saying, like. Or we're like if we're disagreeing on something about housewives, like at that point, like we're like that's just gay. So it's just like, all right, girl, you got it. Like I'm not finna argue with you. Like it depends on what we're talking about in the moment. Like it's never said in a bad way. Like it's never said in a bad or demeaning way. Like it's usually like banter back and forth over something like that. So that's why it's not. Or like if he.
I can't imagine.
The only time it's said in a bad way, if he's like picking an outfit, I'm like, oh girl, you think you cute? Like those are the times, but it's like I said, it's just said in a funny, playful way. So that's why I'm like, I don't pay it no mind because I'm not being offensive when I say it.
I don't know. Certain people, it's just different. There, and you know, we were trying to not mention people, like specific people on the podcast, but I'm gonna mention this person. There is one person that sometimes they'd be like, "Oh, girl," and I'd be like,
"That sound like me."
No, but this specific person, I'm like, we're not that. We don't do that. So it was weird. The first time he said, I was like, what? He's like, oh, girl. And I was like,
give me the initial.
Oh, I'm going to tell you, Lewis.
I can say it for Lewis.
But it's like weird because.
And I wouldn't pay it no mind.
I wasn't offended or anything. It was just weird. I was like, we don't do, because he doesn't give that. He don't be in those girl conversations. But it was just weird.
I'm going to mark this part because Tonio was right.
About what?
It makes sense now.
You are a fucking messy individual.
It makes sense now.
Anyways.
It makes sense now. Because you started off saying, if it's my man, we can't say this. And then so he said it and now you feel weird about it. Tonio, I didn't believe you, but now I do.
No.
Now I do.
Any of the husbands, I don't see them. Wait, let me think. What? There's only one husband that will say it.
First lady?
No.
Oh,
I don't.
Oh, okay.
No, like, I don't. That is messy. You are a messy person. You are a nasty, messy individual. And this is a whole new year.
You said
Why
it.
would you do that?
You said it.
Why would you do that? I said nothing. Roll the tape. I didn't say anything. That is not where I was going. What you gonna say first? No, because you are nasty. You will see. You have proven to me in this moment that you would set me up.
I didn't.
You would set me up for a downfall.
That was not a setup because in my, I feel like we're all the same. So that's why I felt as if that would be the only one that you would allow it to come from. So that's why. But y'all keep telling her she a friend of the show. And you didn't confirm.
It's the chief reference for me. No, because Keenan.
I mean, I already called the first lady. I got to keep with the she.
No, Keenan.
We hiding identities.
Keenan.
Yeah, he can say it. Like Keenan will say it.
Yeah.
They say it to each other.
They do. That works for them. It's weird to me. And maybe that's why I'm single.
That's what I'm saying. Like, just like, but I think like when you get that level of friendship with your partner, like you and your man could be at a kickback and see some shit going down and be like, girl, like, would you like, bae? No, you gotta be like, girl.
What is going on?
Look, be like, girl. Be like, girl.
No.
Just like you would do with your friend, but it's you and your man because y'all just that tight.
My man can't call me girl.
And then y'all get in the car like, bitch, you want to talk about what happened? Like, yes. Friend, when y'all are that tight and y'all just like know each other, like that is your friend and that's the problem.
I'm not. I don't see it. I don't foresee it.
Knowing your personality and knowing that you just like to have a good time. Like, y'all just out somewhere having a good time. Like, that is your friend. Like, but that is your friend.
Girl, who is she?
That is your friend, though. Y'all just like, girl. Like, you see that? You see that? Girl. Like, y'all just across the room. Girl.
I'm going to hit D with that one day and see what happens.
Eric call him bitch every time he see him. He be like, what's up, bitch? Like, it is what it is.
Girl hits a little different. But okay, I'm going to see.
Like,
I'll come back.
I wouldn't say girl to any... Like, I don't say girl when we all first meet up with each other, regardless.
No, I think it's in conversation, in moments. Like, it's not a...
Yeah, it's definitely
it's not
in the moment.
a greeting. Hey, girl. Like, well, sometimes.
I feel like girls substitute bitch.
It does. I agree with that. Yeah. But no. My man can't call me girl.
So if you plan on dating Reese...
Or bitch.
Make sure you take that out of your vocabulary until he feels safe.
Not until.
Until he feels safe enough to allow that word to be used around him.
Not that it's not a safe space.
It's not a safe place. Don't use that word when you're talking to him. Don't use that word.
Don't girl me or man me or sis me or none of that. I don't like it.
And I guess I am different. Like, I don't, relationship aside, like, just with people in general, I don't take any offense to, like, the sis or girl. Ma'am.
I'm not
Ma'am is more so when it's confrontational. Because you and I do a ma'am, like, when you get a little hit, right.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
That is a safe word.
Right. A sis and girl, because I don't know the other person's comfort level or dialect, and if they call me sis, this and they're like, maybe it's just what they're used to. So I gotta sit here and dictate like how you can talk to me, which I kind of get in a sense, but it's a way to like tell a person. But that stopping dead and being like very offended by a person who did not know going into the conversation you would be offended about it is where I have the issue with it. You know what I mean?
Okay, so let me ask you this, because this has been a point of contention for me. I was on a Zoom call or something. This was early in the pandemic, and we were doing something for someone, a friend of ours, and I don't think you were a part of it, but it was a friend, and a woman was like, "Ooh, bitch," or no, she said, "Ooh, girl," or "Ooh, something," and used girl or bitch, one of those terms.
Okay.
And I literally was in the camera like, who is she talking to? Because I don't know you. And that's not something I'm okay with. And so my face obviously said something. She was like, "Ooh, I offended him." You did, because I don't know you. So for me, yeah, my man or a woman that don't know me. Like, I think that that's the part that bothers me with a straight person. Even a straight guy that's comfortable with the gays. Sir, I don't know you. I think it has to be, for me, it's a relationship, right? We come to that space over time. It ain't just something you jump into. But I think that again, definitely not my man, but also my homegirls don't do that. The only times that they do that is when we are deep in a conversation and we talking that shit, and they be like, "Ooh, girl." But all of the time, they be like, "Oh, I didn't mean to girl you." One of my homegirls, one of my really good friends, she's like, "Ooh, I didn't mean to girl you." My mom would be like, "Oh my God, I'm so sorry." Like, they get it. But random, I think that, and this is gonna be bad, for lack of better terms, I ain't even gonna say that. Women that hang out with gay men a lot think that they have that. And I don't like that for me.
It's because that the gay men that they are around allow it to happen. So I understand that you were offended by her saying it because you guys aren't that close.
No, I don't know her at all.
However, I don't think that she said it because of assuming y'all were close. It was more so how she talks with her friends. And if you're having a friendly conversation, and again, if she was excited within the conversation, that's just what happens naturally when she's talking to her friends and she's just excited.
Gotcha.
So that's why I'm just like, you can be offended, and she caught it and everything like that, and you didn't just like go off on her, which is what I'm speaking to, like people that just go off like, bitch, first of all, I didn't know, prior to, I didn't know that you didn't like this, so you can't be mad at me because I didn't fucking know. So she realized it, apologized, whatever like that. For our family members and so forth, yes, most of them recognize it. And most times I'm like, it's fine. You know, I've realized like we're in the midst of the conversation, like you said it. It just is what it is. Like I'm not that highly offended or like don't call me that. Like
right.
So most people do it because it's just. Again, it's just excitement. We're in a good conversation, yada, yada, yada. You don't greet a person, say, hi, my name is so-and-so. How should I address you in the midst of us having a conversation? Like, it just does not happen. So if it slips out, it comes up.
But I think you have to own. I think that people
can own. Like, if you're offended, like, oh, you know, I'm like, oh, my bad. You know, oh, you don't like that. Got it. But if you're like, I'm not your girl. I'm not your... Okay, come.
No. But I think that it's also important to lead with. You're okay with doing that with your friend group, or the guys that you know, or whatever. Everybody's not going to be okay with that, and maybe that's the responsibility of her friends to have relayed that message potentially. But I think that as adults, it's just because I'm not going to go to a girl and be like, "Ooh, bitch, you are beat." Like, no. I'm not going to do that because...
Well, you're not that type of person, one. So
well, that's what I'm saying. But I would be like, girl, you look really good. Your makeup looks really good. Or you got the outfit on or something like that. You know what I'm saying? But I'm going to use words that wouldn't hopefully come off because anything can be offensive to anyone at any time.
Absolutely.
So there's that.
Absolutely.
But I'm not going to just assume because, I met this girl through Ramont, so she's good with the sissies.
Are you calling me a sissy?
I just want to see if you were going to respond to that. But no, I wouldn't.
No,
I wouldn't approach someone based on who I know them through in a way that could potentially be offensive. I just wouldn't do that. So I think that you just have to have...
But you don't know what's going to offend someone until they tell you.
That's true.
That's
but
the thing. You just don't know.
But I think then you
like even if you went up to a female, like, yes, girl, I'm not a girl, I'm a woman.
Potentially.
And like, oh, damn, my bad.
And that's exactly how that
yes, woman. Like, go off.
You still look good, girl.
You still look good.
Look, woman, I mean, you still look good.
So, like, no, you just don't know. And
I just don't want, I just, my thing is,
my thing is, if you want to,
okay don't make what you and I have a great relationship, right? I can't have the expectation, and I don't think that you would have the expectation that meeting my friends that don't live here from Washington State, like meeting Marquise for the first time, I wouldn't expect you to lead with the way we interact, you interacting with him.
Yeah.
Unless you guys had some interaction that led to that on your own. You know what I'm saying?
But I cannot guarantee that if we're having like a good conversation and I get excited and I say girl.
No. I'm talking about just in general. But if you said that, okay, and I get that. You're excited and that's your thing. And if you say that and he's offended, I don't think that you should be upset about that.
It depends on his delivery towards me. That's all that. Honestly, that's. But all I mean, how do matters.
You get to? You don't get to determine how a person responds to what they feel might be disrespect, even though your intentions, because intentions can be the purest thing, but how they're received is a whole nother thing. So I hear you, and I'm not saying that you're wrong, but I'm saying that
it goes the same way.
But I don't think
so. Your intentions of correcting me may have been pure. Mm-hmm. But how I received that.
But now who was that on? Because you initiated the first throw, if you will. The first dagger was sent by you. You sent something that felt some type of way to them, and they said, "Oh no, don't do."
What did we learn last episode? We good.
We see each other.
We good.
And there's that.
We're good. We ain't got to talk.
That is embedded in my brain. We are good.
We ain't got to talk no more. You gonna get straight, direct answers out of me.
Did y'all talk today?
Who?
Anybody that you was at this function with? Relative to that? Oh, okay.
No. Why would we?
I just wanted to know.
I was invited to this one. Yeah, I mean, going off of my attitude. So like that's pretty much it. Like, I don't mind being corrected, but if you blow it up, then it becomes a bigger issue than what it needed to be, because that person did not know. Like, even with, I mean, we can take it to the smallest form of a child. Like, there are certain things that a child does not know, and you're going to correct them. So therefore, when you know better, you do better.
I agree with that.
But it's
1000%.
a certain way in which you need to do things. We always talk about delivery. Mm-hmm. You know, it's not what you said, it's how you said it.
Exactly. I agree.
So if I call you girl, sis, ma'am, and you don't like to be called that, respect. But if you blow it out, you're well within your right, and I'm well within my right to act how I would like to act accordingly.
No, I agree.
And that's it. And then I can't be mad at how you responded, and you can't be mad at how I decided to move forward.
So what is the right response, though, to you if I'm offended?
I mean,
so me and you are dating, you'd be like,
if we're dating, and I'd be like, girl,
and I'd be like,
you be like, babe, don't.
No. I'm gonna tell you exactly how I said it.
Okay, well, you just asked me what is the correct response, so I'm trying to tell you how I would like to receive it, or you just want to tell me what the hell you gonna say to me?
You.
No, okay. say how you gonna say it, and
that's what I was gonna see how you was gonna respond to me when I said.
You go ahead.
Move all the breakables. No, if you would have said girl, I would be like, oh, I don't like that. I don't like to be called girl. My man cannot call me girl, sis, none of that.
You gotta say all that?
Yeah, I'm saying all of that. Because this was the conversation that was had. Literally.
So if I say girl, why can't you like, babe, don't call me girl. Please. Like, don't call me girl. Like, okay, God. Like, why do you have to go through all of that? My man can't. Why do you have to? I'm not even your man yet. You said we're dating. I'm not even your man yet. We don't claim each other.
Exactly. So if we want to get there, get that shit out your vocabulary now.
I don't like your response.
Okay.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry. You need to work on that.
I'm still single. That didn't work.
Like, why can't you just be like, babe, don't call me girl? And then it can lead into, well, why not? It's like, oh, I just don't like for the people that I'm dating to call me girl. That just doesn't, feel right to me.
I just felt like
why can't you just ease into it? Like, you want to go right. And you call me the direct one. It's always you. It's always is a very direct. It's always you.
That's a very
because it needs to be said. It's always you. I always got the words of compassion and can go through the levels. You're very much, babe. You didn't say babe. You was like, don't call me girl. I don't like for my man.
Oh, ma'am. I said, oh no, don't call me ma'am. I said I don't like to be called ma'am, girl. My man cannot call me those things. And he was like, oh, girl. I said, no, I'm serious.
That would have been my response because I'm over it now.
Okay.
Because of everything that you just said, I'm over it now.
Just don't call me girl.
Say the first line again. What did you say? What's the first line?
That I said?
Yeah.
My response?
Yeah.
Oh, I don't like that.
Can you go with, please don't call me that? Can you ask? No. Okay, got it. Show's over. You can't do it. You can't do it. You're just going to tell them what you want.
I'm processing because I feel like that's a boundary.
It is a boundary, but you should ask, like, can you please not call me that? It has a softer blow. It's still setting a boundary. Can you please not call me that? I don't like to be called that.
Okay.
Versus don't call me. Like, it's not what you say. It's how you say it.
But I feel like, okay.
It's still setting a boundary. But if
that.
you do the, like, can you please not call me that? So it's like, like, if he's asking, like, can you please not call me that? Apparently it resonates a little bit more. Mm-hmm. Because now, you're asking, like, not to call you that. And he may follow, well, why? Like, why? What's wrong? This and it can lead to a different conversation.
Okay.
It's always you. It's always you.
I have a few questions for you because I'm over this conversation.
I ain't do nothing.
Okay. I'm gonna ask this question because this is probably the one that's gonna take the most thought. I feel like I have something on my face. So this is one that's gonna take the most thought, but I'm gonna come back to it.
Okay.
It'll be the last one that you answer, but it's the first one I'm gonna ask. What is your and then it got worse story? Like, you know that story? You'd be like, and then the kicker was boom, boom, boom. If you have one. But before that, what is one word that would sum up your 2024?
Eventful.
What is one or two things that you learned about yourself and you're looking forward to expounding upon in 2025? Things that you learned about yourself in 2024 that you're looking forward to expounding upon, making better in 2025.
I'm either hot or cold.
You just learned that?
Yeah, 2024, it really came, I think it really came like to the front of everything in which I was doing. And, well, yeah, it's either hot or cold, but what I want to expand on, no, how can I put, I'm trying to put this in words. We only have 24 hours in a day. And I want to say it's kind of like time management, but I want to not either beat myself up because I didn't complete something within that certain day or just try to, in a sense, be better with time management, but not look at things like not beat myself up because I didn't complete certain things within that certain day. Like, we only get 24 hours in a day. And I always be like, damn, I wish I had more time. I wish I had more time. I wish I could have done this. I could have done this. I could have done that. Because we're all so busy. So I always feel bad that I didn't have enough time to do X, Y, and Z, and just be grateful for what I've already done within that day and just look towards the next day, in a sense.
Okay. I love that. I think that for me, just because, again, just hearing you has made me realize, not made me realize, but brings to the forefront, like, I am a procrastinator, like
me too.
A master procrastinator. But the comfort that I feel in that is that typically at the last minute, when it's all said and done, it ended up being what it was supposed to be, sometimes better. And so that's the comfort that I get, but I don't want to be in that place. And I also am resting in the space of I don't owe anybody anything. And nobody, and the harder part, I think you and I think we texted. The hard part for me is, the harder part of that is realizing that people don't owe me anything either.
They don't.
And having that.
I'm realizing that as well.
Yeah, it's a hard, and I don't want to sound like I think anybody owes, when I say people owe me, like when I call my mother, people, I don't care. I feel like she needs to answer the phone. But we had a moment the other day. She had just gotten back from a trip, and me and my sister, we're all on FaceTime. And she's like, well, I'm about to go because I got to do da-da-da-da-da-da-da. And I jokingly, because I was literally joking, I said, well, ma'am, if you didn't want kids, you shouldn't have had no kids because we need time. So we're on FaceTime. Of course, my mother's not like, she ain't savvy with the phone, right? You could see her, though, looking for the hang up button. And it was so funny because it took her a minute. So we look at her and we're like, oh, she's trying to hang up. So me and my sister both like started giggling. She ended up hanging up. And that's another pet peeve of mine. But in that moment, I realized, although it was a joke, I realized, who am I to expect anything out of someone else too? Like to have this expectation that you do anything. So that I think is going to set the tone for a year of just kind of less stress. And
the thing with you with rejection, I'm very much like, if I put an invite out there and whatever response I get back, just let it go. You know what I mean? And this is where my hot or cold comes in, because of course, if it's a response I like, then naturally it progresses. But if it's not, it's very much, and I don't give a fuck, because it's very much like, if it's not a response I want, just like, okay, I tried, and I move on. Like, I did my part. That's like, That's how I'm looking at it. Like, I did my part. And
I think it
is
depends on what it is, though. Because I think that there are... there's definitely different variations of that. Like, for instance, I can reach out to you as my friend and say, hey, let's link and do this. And you might be like, oh, I'm busy.
If I tell you no, so hypothetically, if I be like, I give not the response you were looking for. Like, oh, no, this, and a third. And then let's say time goes by. I'm like, friend, why we don't hang out? Well, when I initiated us hanging out, you said this. So you have my number. Mm-hmm. If you want to hang out with me, you can coordinate with me.
But see, that's for me where growth comes in, because I would normally be like, well, bitch, what? But in the space that I'm trying to move into, I would just be like, okay, so when do you want to hang out? Because because what does it do for us to dig up what happened if it's been that much time?
I'm not going to keep extending my olive branch. You're not gonna cut off my olive branch, but so many times.
But I don't, and I think that, so maybe you're talking about something more specific that I'm not unaware of. Because I feel like in general, like if I like we have
how many times can I tell you that I'm busy?
Ramont, please don't do that.
Oh,
how many times have you told me that you were busy?
I'm sorry.
But it's okay because
maybe it doesn't qualify for us.
Okay, maybe not, because I think for me,
because I honestly I wouldn't do that to you.
I don't think that if I reach out to you and you say that you're busy, I take it at face value. He's busy. I know you have a lot going on, so I take it at face value, and I'm not offended.
Okay, maybe close friends group, it doesn't count. Let's go with your coworkers then.
I do get my feelings hurt by them sometimes. I will be honest, I do, and I do shut down. But I said I'm going to do better, because I think that my interpretation,
I was never the problem.
My interpretation of what they're giving me, and these are, let's be very clear, these are my coworkers, these are friends that I work with, because it's I have said coworkers, we definitely work in the same space and everything, but there are people that are genuine, they're my friends, and we have had those moments, and I've shared it on here. Like, I've said let's do this, and it's like crickets, and it's like, okay, well, I'm not gonna. But I'm also not going to, if you say, hey, let's do this, I'm not going to be like, well, the last time I tried to do, because what does that do for us? That keeps us stagnant. And for me, I don't want to be in that space.
I can only extend myself and availabilities a certain amount of times.
And
but for my close friends, it's a little bit different. I will probably continuously do it, or whatever the case may be, because I literally know, you all's lives and this, that, and third.
Right.
But outside of that, no.
But who do you, and I'm not being funny, so don't take this the wrong way. What friends do you have? Not that, what friends do you have outside
there of... There are other people. There are associates.
You have other friends, but...
There are associates. Like, there are people that I know.
That you hang out with? Because I just don't see you, like, hanging out with a lot of people. Like, wanting to hang out with a lot of people.
It depends on that connection which I have.
Okay, and that's fair.
If it's a genuine, like, connection, like, I can be like, hey, I'm doing X, Y, and Z. Do you want to join, or would you like that? So,
and maybe okay. And I said I want to curate that space, because there's a lot of people that I enjoy their company in, like, the groups, like the group functions that we do, but I don't know them outside of that. And this may be a conversation for another time with regard to, like, friends, being friends of friends, right? So I meet, who's one of your friends that I really, really like? That's horrible, because I don't know names.
Okay, go somewhere else.
Right.
Reroute.
No. But I'm saying, like, you have some friends that I've met that I'm like, oh, I really, what's her name? Shayla. I really enjoyed Shayla I think I've met her more than once, but at your birthday, your last birthday dinner, I was like, I really like her. And so I've not reached out to her, but I've, like, chatted with her on Instagram or whatever. And I was just like, oh, she just seems like really good. But then, and again, this is a conversation for another time. What does that look like, me trying to hang out with her, in your eyes? I'm not asking the question because I think that it's a good conversation for another time. So we'll pin it. But anyways, yeah, I'm extending grace.
Okay.
to the
Bless
people
you.
that.
Can you tell Reese is friendly? You get all the chances with Reese.
Not all.
Not over here.
Not all.
Not over.
Okay, last two
here.
questions. Where would you live if you had to live outside of the country? Live, not visit.
Somewhere warm. So any warm climate.
Okay.
As far as that goes. So yeah, just give me someplace warm.
Okay. And what is your go-to fast food place and order? Like, do you have somewhere that you go and you're like, this is, I'm going here, I'm getting
Do you want me
this.
to give you the list or you want
You
me?
have a list? I didn't think you ate fast food like that. I'm learning. Go ahead.
You want my orders too?
Yes. Okay. Wendy's.
Wendy's, I need a number 6 large with a Sprite.
What is that number 6?
Spicy chicken sandwich meal.
That's my go-to too. So I'll
Girl, you don't even know the
I don't know.
I'm sorry, Reese, you don't even know the number.
I don't know the number because I don't order the whole meal. I order the sandwich. I order the spicy chicken.
I need my fries and my drink.
I don't. So Wendy's, I'm not a big fan of their fries, but I like the spicy chicken with only cheese. I don't want nothing else on that sandwich.
I
Okay,
don't think it comes with cheese.
it doesn't.
Okay.
That's what I'm saying.
Oh.
I just want a spicy
Oh.
chicken sandwich, the spicy chicken breast or whatever with cheese and the bun.
Okay, go
McDonald's.
ahead. McDonald's, 10-piece nugget meal, large with a Coke.
You get meals. Okay, so I get
Bitch, I'm hungry.
a medium fry. I'm not a big fan of soda.
You go picking through the menu, girl. This like
So I get
welcome to McDonald's. Can I take your order? Yes. Let me get boom.
anything
Anything.
got the two for $3.99. So I get the double. What is the double cheeseburger with only cheese and mac sauce and the 4-piece nugget and a medium fry.
I'm doing a meal. I'm keeping it simple. And if I'm real simple, I'll order through the app and go in and pick my shit up.
Yeah, that part too. Okay, what about Burger King?
When I did go, I haven't gone to Burger King in a long time. So
You have to go there.
I'm a number one.
That's a Whopper.
I'm a number one. No lettuce, no onions.
Okay. I'm a Whopper with only cheese. But when they had them chicken fingers, oh my God. I don't know if they still have them.
Yeah, I don't know either. I haven't.
Yeah, those were good too. But a Whopper with only cheese. What about Taco Bell?
Taco Bell, I am doing the chicken quesadilla with the soft shell chicken taco, Diablo sauce with a Pepsi.
I didn't even know they had Diablo sauce. So I had banned, like, Taco Bell was not in my, I had gotten.
You're learning a lot about me right now, but go
I
ahead.
am learning. 'Cause I'm like, what? Taco Bell, I had wrote them off because I got food poisoning years ago. And I was like, I'm never going back there never going back there again. My cousin told me that they had chicken fries. Do they have chicken? Is it chicken fries?
They had some type of fry.
No, not chicken fries. That's Burger King. They had
They just have French fries or something.
yeah, they have some type of fry with a cheese sauce.
Yeah.
That shit was so good. So I was like, well, they ain't got no meat in it, so I can't get sick. So that's the only thing that I would get from there. Do you have a what you call it?
You need to ask about Chick-fil-A.
Oh yeah, Chick-fil-A. Okay, so I'll come back to what's face. What about Chick-fil-A?
12-piece nugget meal with
12.
Are you judge? We
I
listen,
did not know
but we
that they had
don't
12.
judge. Yes, I got 12.
I thought they
There's
had-
a lot that you didn't know about Chick-fil-A that I had to tell you about. Because it was something else that you didn't know came in a different size. So it's a 12-piece nugget meal, large with a sweet tea. I'm sorry, half.
Sweet tea though, right? Not the unsweet tea. Some people get
Yeah.
unsweet tea and lemonade, which is weird to me.
No, it has to be sweet.
Yeah, Chick-fil-A, it just depends. If I'm feeling like I want to be skinny, I will get a grilled 4-piece with their kale salad, put that in the same little bowl with a Chick-fil-A sauce and switch that around. And there's that. If I'm feeling fat, I will get their nuggets.
I love that you're the more complicated person.
Am I complicated?
Yes,
I don't think that's
Frank, go
complicated.
ahead.
But they have that. Their salad is really good too. Their Cobb salad is amazing.
It comes with corn. I don't like that.
Oh, why don't you like corn?
The same way it goes in, it comes out.
What about? Do you go to Tropical Smoothie Cafe?
I don't.
Okay. What's another one? Where else do you go? I'm not a big.
So for Chinese food, I do shrimp fried rice, no onions, no bean sprouts.
Do you have a go-to Chinese spot?
Yeah, I just found a new one. I want to beat that ass. Let's see what else is random. For America's Best, I do a 20-piece and I break it down. There are 4 different flavors, and I get fries with that. No, I don't eat it all in one setting.
Do you go to Wingstop?
No, I do not.
Wingstop has some of the best wings. Their barbecue is delicious.
I like America's Best more.
America's Best is okay, but I haven't found a sauce that I really like.
Let's see what else is out there. There is, I think that's pretty much it when it comes to fast food. Unless some random just pops up. But
are you a Panera girl? I mean,
I used to be.
Oh, do you go to Popeyes?
I do. So Popeyes is a 3-piece all white meat. Because Popeyes off of Crane Highway count your fucking days. Y'all never give me all white meat. Y'all end up doing whatever the fuck y'all decide to do that day.
Some people don't know.
But how do you?
Difference.
And I always want to know, like, how the fuck you don't know all white meat? Who the fuck raised? Let me talk to your parents, because it's usually children that's working there. So I need to talk to your parents and why you don't know what a breast and 2 wings look like, and why I got a thigh and a leg in here.
Let me tell you, I did not know the difference between all of the cuts until I worked at KFC.
No, I know. I guess because I always like white meat, and I didn't like a drum, and I never like a thigh growing up. So I knew what the dark meat was, and I knew what white meat was. But in 2024, 2025, if I say all white meat, and the only thing that pisses me off, you charge me for
the
all
white meat.
And it's dark meat in this fucking box, because there's an upcharge if I do all white meat, because I went from like what the menu says. So you upcharge me for this shit, and my order's wrong. Every time it ain't spicy, it's mild. It's how you move it. Wrap this shit up.
Yeah, for listening to another episode of LGBTQIA.
We were doing so good. You know, bro, Popeyes in the car, and it pissed me the fuck off.
Thank y'all for listening. We will be back in another couple weeks with another amazing episode.
Maybe we're gonna do a Popeyes order before the next show. We're not gonna open it.
We're not gonna open it until we get it.
Until we get here.
Okay.
We're gonna read our orders, show our receipts, and see if that's what we got.
Oh.
You go to one Popeyes, I'm gonna go to a different one, and we're gonna see who got it right.
We'll see you guys next time with the little Popeyes. Bye. Happy New Year.
Bye, y'all.